Alright guys, just leaving the shop. I had to get that check engine light fixed, so that went away. I had to fix a gap on the hood to fender. It was bigger on the passenger side than it was on the driver. And then also the gap on the bumper. It looks like somebody took the bumper off, and when they put it back on, the bumper wasn't clipped in all the way. So we got it fixed. You know what? I'm gonna show it to you before we walk out of here. All right. So this side was good when I bought it, but whoever, I guess, reinstalled the hood did a terrible job on the passenger side. But it looks a lot better now. It's not gonna be perfect since it's a carbon fiber hood, but it looks way cleaner than how it did before. And then the bumper gap, if you guys watched the video when I first got it, the bumper was like popped out from here. Now it's sitting nice and flush. And it's ready for sale. So I have a customer who's gonna come look at it tomorrow morning. So I'm not even sure if we're gonna have this thing for a whole week. I'm trying to film as much content with it as I possibly could. I peeled off the PPF that was on here. Most of it came off, but as you can see, it went through the PPF, so it has a little bit of chip in there. But other than that, man, this thing is an absolute monster. I've been having fun with it over these past couple days. I got it detailed. It's a bit cleaner. It's kind of hard to keep this white interior clean, but this thing is just a beast. Got my plate on there, got insurance on here, so I've been driving it around. Alright guys, so it's the next day here. I couldn't continue recording yesterday because it started pouring out of nowhere. As you can see, the cars are still wet and the floor is still wet. So before we continue to talk about the Trackhawk, I want to show you guys the Challenger real quick. I brought it home last night, and this one is sold. I got a deposit on it yesterday, so I got to get it ready for the customer. This is the one that I put in my video that was offered for sale, and it wasn't completely done yet, but I said whoever's interested in it, just put a deposit down and I'll have it ready soon. So body work is done. I have to do the airbags real quick. That's why the car is like stripped apart. I started on it last night, and then once that's done, I got to restripe it. Let me turn on these lights real quick. There we go. So I already started. I did the roof airbag. The roof airbag, the old one is right over there. And this was a pain, man, because it was I probably started on this like at 11 p.m. So I got done pretty late. So the roof airbag is done on the driver's side. Everything is reinstalled. I did remove the seat belts because obviously when the airbags deploy, these things lock up. So I got to ship these out, have them repaired, and then when they bring them back, I can reinstall them with the seats. Now the seats, I got to do the buckles on them too. So the buckles on these, this is what I mean when they shrink. So when these airbags deploy, they're not supposed to look like this. They kind of stick out. I think I have a set of buckles though. Let me see. No, I sold them. I used to have a set of buckles, but I have a set of 300 seats and the buckles are the same. So I'm gonna take off the buckles and put them on these. Man, these seats look real nice. I wish I had the same seats in my 300. Well, I did in my old one, but this one got the black ones, as well as this one over here. So I gotta replace the buckles on these. I got most of the interior stripped apart over here, so The reason why I didn't remove the dash yet is because I usually take it off with the shell. When I say that, I take it off the pad with the skeleton as one piece. I change the airbag outside of the car and then I reinstall it. But for this one, it makes a lot more sense to have the windshield removed since it's already broken. So I got the glass guy on the way here now. He's gonna take off the windshield. And then the reason why I do that is because there's screws. I don't know if you can see them. See these little spots over here? 1, 2, 3, and they go all the way down. There's screws that go upwards in there. So obviously with the glass on there, you can't get to them without taking the whole dash off as one piece. But since the windshield's already broken, I'm gonna have the glass guy come out here, remove it, and then I can reach those screws. I'll change the airbag, which is right over here. Well, I should say the dash. I'll change the dash, and then I'll have the glass guy come and put the new windshield on there. It just saves me a lot of time, and I'm a one person, so if I want to take off the whole pad, I need somebody here with me to lift it because it's real heavy. But in this box over here is a dash bag as well. So I got the dash bag, you got the dash. The only thing I don't have here is the wheel airbag, and I gotta go pick that up. Someone local has it here for like 400 bucks. So this is a light up one, so it costs a little bit more. So now continuing. All right, now moving on to the Trackhawk. What's cool about this thing is it has its own like little security system. So when you arm it, and somebody gets in there and starts it without this, then the whole thing starts going crazy. My phone starts ringing because it's connected to my phone. It's just a good security system because they steal these all the time. So let's get back in it and we'll talk about a few things. So I already talked about this. Obviously the gap was way bigger than this when I bought it, as well as the bumper one. But I got that fixed up, so if I want to sell it, they're not gonna give me a hard time. The PPF on the splitter came back off because I wanted to see how bad it was on the carbon fiber. The only piece that hit it was right over here. But the rest of it looks fine, and these are expensive parts. So I think the splitter alone was like 2,200 bucks. So it's expensive. My favorite part about this whole truck is the interior. Although it gets dirty real fast and it's hard to keep it clean, but this interior is really nice in person. Give it a start, let it warm up. And you see these blue lights over here? It's controlled by this remote, so you can shut it off. All right, so my phone cut off because I was trying to connect to the Bluetooth, but these lights over here, these two LED lights, it's controlled by this remote. So if you turn this on, well, now that was off. If you turn it back on, they start flashing. And what's cool about this, it's a built-in police radar detection. So when you're driving, you can turn up the volume.
Medium, high.
And it will alert you if there's a police around, a scanner or whatever.
Yes, connected.
And it'll start beeping. I turn it down because it's annoying when you're driving because it's trying to scan all the time. But I think the actual radars are built into the bumper. So this thing's wired up to the dash. You can tell that the radio came up at one point because there's this little indent into it. But it's pretty neat. I've never seen this before, and it actually works. I was driving close to a cop yesterday, and as I was passing him, this thing was going crazy. So that's a pretty neat feature to have. So going back to how this all started, the previous owner of this reached out to me via Instagram for me to help him sell it, right? And I didn't see the Instagram message right away, so he reached out to my brother. My brother didn't see it, so he reached out to my friend that I follow. And my friend texted me and he sent me a couple pictures of it, and he was asking me if I'm interested in buying it. So at first the guy was trying to get my attention for me to just like repost it and it'll give me a fee to sell it for him. And then I was kind of looking into it like, man, this thing is the sticker on this is over $100,000 stock, right? It's a 2021. It has probably every single option that you could get. The signature interior. It got the panoramic sunroof, the suede. The only thing this one does not have is the tow package, I think. But other than that, well, actually, probably it does. It just doesn't have the spare, because I know that hitch is removable. Let me see. Keyless entry. It has an upgraded sound system. Got the Harman Kardon. I don't think it has a tow package. But anyways, it has like mostly every single option, because these things are based off 90,000, and this one's equipped all the way to a 101. So I'm looking at it. He sent me the pictures. He sent me the videos. The biggest thing that was kind of like sketch for me in the beginning and kind of pushed me away is because it was built previously, and with that, like, I don't know what kind of work was done to it. I don't know how professional it was, and I don't know how good of a build the truck was, you know, was doing. So I was kind of just doing it where I just wanted to help him sell it, and I wasn't really interested in buying it. But we kept going back and forth with numbers, and I'm like, man, with the number that I got it for, I really can't be losing. I mean, if anything, if I was to buy it and I was to get it back here, I could probably just break even, because I got a couple numbers before I flew out there, just in case I had to get rid of this thing, I could at least get my money back. So I ended up getting it. I seen like the little cosmetic stuff working with it, the wheels. I mean, yeah, it needed some work, but it wasn't really major. The check engine light was on because of the O2 sensors. I got that fixed, and it ran solid. When I drove it down there, it ran straight. When I got it back down here, I drove it for a couple days, and there's no issues with it. Now, as you can see from the whole video, it was kind of sketched out because he really didn't know much about it, so that kind of threw me off. But I ended up getting the title for it. I re-signed it yesterday, so now I have a Michigan clean title for it. I bought out of Florida, if you guys watched the previous video. But it's a solid truck, man. Let me pop the hood for you guys and take you guys for a quick spin. Now, people were asking me if I was going to keep this or sell it. Now, this one is going to be for sale. I really haven't made my mind up on how much I want for it. I'm trying to see what I should list it for, but no, I'm not keeping it. I mean, I'm in this for the money. I can always get another one. But don't get me wrong, it's neat, man. It's it has a lot of money put into it, and I have a whole spreadsheet of the money that's invested into this thing, and we'll go over it in a second. Well, I don't want to keep the key in here so it doesn't lock up. I haven't talked about the elephant in a minute, but yeah, I still got it. Damn. That is a strut brace. I haven't seen a Trackhawk with a strut brace. So what they did is, because they installed the strut brace, they had to relocate the reservoir for the supercharger. So what they did, they dragged these lines and they put its own little separate cooler right over here. I've never seen that before. It has a leg maker intake, upper pulleys replaced. I'm not sure what size that is, but it has a 10% lower. Just a bunch of shit, man. This thing has full long tube headers, some kind of exhaust system. I got to see the name of it. Boston's 22-inch Boston, just lowered on some lowering springs. It's probably too loud for my liking, but it sounds pretty good. Now for the elephant, ever since I got it back from the paint shop, I literally have not been driving it. It's been the same ever since. Let me get the key for it real quick. Still the same old thing. I do have the badges. I just didn't reinstall them. I just haven't had time to do nothing with this car. The badges are in that box over there. I also got some oil. This thing takes that special 10W60. This oil is so hard to get. I had to wait like a whole month for this oil to come in. So I bought an extra case just in case. I also got the fog lights. So I'm probably gonna be adding fog lights to this thing, just to make it look a lot better. I'm not sure if the fog lights will even work, but I'm still trying. I'm gonna get rid of those bezels and try to add the lights in there. So this one has a dual light setup, has an LED strip with the bulb in there, and if I can make it work, it'll look pretty cool. So I'm gonna move the cars out of the way. We'll go for a spin. I even have a customer lined up. He's supposed to be coming to see it tomorrow morning, so this thing might not even last on the channel for another couple days. Where's the key for the other one? This one over here. This thing's dead. But this is a white 300 that I built. This one's already ready. We did the purple and black theme. Yeah, this thing's dead. We did the purple stitching on the door panels. This thing came out real good. Purple seat belts. We also did the star headliner in here. With the cat. This thing came out real nice. So I'm gonna move this one out of the way. We'll take out the Trackhawk, take it for a spin, and then hopefully we can have it sold by tomorrow. Make a quick flip. All right, so I took the seatbelts with me so I can ship them out since we're already gonna be leaving. But before we head out for our first drive, I wanna show you guys all the stuff that's been done to this. He probably has, so this receipt is almost 19,000, 8,000, 2,200, 1,500, 3,800. Like there's over 30 grand just in receipts on what's done to this thing. It has a bill transfer case. I forgot to mention that. All the carbon fiber stuff. The hood alone was like $2,500. A splitter. He has a carbon fiber splitter, or not the splitter, the spoiler. The carbon fiber steering wheel. Like, it has a lot of carbon on this thing. Even the side skirts have carbon on it, and that thing ain't cheap. He just has a lot of work done to this, man. Everything's on paper, so I was able to get copies of that. So if I wanted to resell it, I can have some proof and backup. So we're going to quick spin. I want to show you guys, man, this thing just hauls. I'm talking like, I've driven Trackhawks before. I've driven the red-eye Trackhawk that I did, but this thing's completely different. So it is on full E85. Obviously, that makes a huge push when it comes to these Hellcats, but it just hauls, man. Whoever did the tuning on this thing did a great job. And we're gonna go on a quick spin, show you guys what it can do. Alright, so I just picked up the airbag for the Challenger. The glass guy was already there. He took off the windshield, but I wanted to go on a quick spin with this. I waited for the temperatures to get up to operating. That's what usually what it stays at. It doesn't get higher than that, especially because it's cold out. But man, this thing just drives so good. It drives perfectly fine. Like, it drives like a normal Trackhawk when it's in normal mode and you're not getting on the gas. But once you put it in track, this thing just opens up. I want to try to get a dig. The suspension is so stiff and it sits so low, like it'd be rubbing when I'd be making turns. So I make this turn right here. That exhaust is just way too loud. It has high flow cats, it has long tube headers. I can't remember, I think it has a Borla exhaust system on this too. It's just way too loud. A stock Trackhawk sounds good the way it is. I probably wouldn't even do a mid-muffler delete if I had one. Alright, so that was a quick little spin in the Trackhawk. I just went to the bank and picked up, not to the bank, I went to the UPS store and I got the new badges for the Hennessy. So we are on the way now to go pick it up from a detail shop. They just got it done cleaning the inside and polishing it from the outside. And these are the new Hennessy badges that go on the fenders. So we're gonna go put those on, and then that one's already pre-sold. If you guys watched the other videos, I told you that. So we're gonna get it delivered to the customer, and I'm probably gonna drop this one at the house and have someone drop me off to the detail store. All right, so we made it back to the house. The windshield should be off on the Challenger. Let's see what we got. All right, so this is what I mean. So the whole point of removing the skeleton is because these screws, they go from the inside, so they're inside out. So to reach them, you either gotta take off the glass and lift the whole dash up like that and then get them from the bottom, or you take it off, separate it, you know, somewhere on the outside, then reinstall it as one piece. So the windshield's already broken, so I'm like, I'll just do it this way, save me some time, and not have to have someone help me lift the dash out of here. So once I'm done with this, I'm have the glass guys come back out here, put a windshield on it, and then I gotta take it to KA, have the stripes redone. And this one is good to go. This one has a killer sound system in it too. I can't play it right now because everything is disconnected. But this one is this is a pretty good buy. The customer has already put a deposit down on this. I gotta get it ready for them so they can pick it up sometime next week. But we're gonna go pick up the Hennessy. I'm waiting for my cousin to come get me right now, and I'll show you guys how that one looks too.